When we're young, we have an amazing, positive outlook about how great life is going to be, but somewhere along the line, we forget to dream and end up settling. Join Up Dots features amazing people who refuse to give up and chose to go after their dreams. This is your blueprint for greatness. So here's your host, live from the back of his garden in the UK, David Ralph.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to an episode of Join Up Dots. Join Up Dots, the motivational show that is so much more than just a show. Yes, it is a rocket ship. That's what it is. It's a rocket ship taking you to planet success. Strap in, put on your helmet, and feel your face go all funny for a while as you plow up through the atmosphere, increasing your attitude and your altitude. And that's what it's all about, mindset. They say if you increase your attitude, you increase your altitude as well. You can go to as high as you want. Well, that's what I'm trying to do in Join Up Dots. And so we are changing the shows little by little. Some of it's exactly the same as it has been for the last 5 years, and other bits are totally different. And one of the things that I'm trying to bring in is more tonal content. And what I mean by that is have shows based on mindset, on time control, on health, on business, and also finding the things that are fun and inspirational to change your life moving forward. Now, today's episode is called The Power of the Cold Shower, because this is day one. This is day one of my challenge. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and if you go over to YouTube, you can see there's these guys doing these lifestyle stuff. And there's a guy called Matt Devella, which it's very good. I watch a lot of his videos, really professionally done. And which led me on to this other guy who was talking about taking cold showers. Now, I thought, why the hell would anyone want to take a cold shower? I'm renowned for saying, it's my time, it's Dad's time, and no one bang on the door until I come out. This is my time. And I will stand in there with the hot water just running over me, and for a lot longer than I need to, just letting life sort of pass me by. And it's my luxury. I don't ask for much. In my life, but a nice long shower with the hot water running over me is what I like to do. But of course, in the winter, you find that your skin starts drying out and you feel a bit tight and stuff, but that's all right. I don't mind about that. I don't mind being a flaky version of myself if it means that I have my long hot showers. Now, one of the bad things about that is I have to get up a lot earlier than everybody else, which I do anyway, but so that I can get my shower time in. Otherwise there's bangs on the door because kids are going to school and stuff. Now, I watched this video, and it was The Power of the Cold Shower, and this guy was talking about how for 30 days he would get into the shower and take what they call a James Bond shower. Now, apparently in the early books of James Bond would get into the shower and stand there freezing cold with the water going over him, so he came out and he was like invigorated, ready to tackle the baddies of the planet and do his James Bond type things, which is totally acceptable if you're James Bond, but why would the rest of us want to do it? So this guy started challenging himself to do it for 30 days, and he found a lot of health benefits. Now, I'm kind of fat skinny, as they call it, so I look healthy, but actually I'm not. And I couldn't go running down the road, I couldn't do sort of Ironman competitions. I couldn't do anything like that. But although I did enter an Ironman competition and I came first. I did 20 shirts in 3 minutes. Boom, boom. That's my Ironman joke. You can have that one. And you can give it to the world. Now, I am sort of fat skinny, as I say, so certain things like sort of the activity side of mindset, I am not big on. But as he was talking about this, I realised that actually this is one of the things that we can all do. We can all do and sets our stall out for the day. If we can make ourselves uncomfortable when there's no one else looking just because we're going to do it for us, that's got to have a good, powerful mindset for us as we move forward with our days. So this guy started getting into the shower, and the first time he got in, it was like, oh my God, oh, beep, 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 ah! You can imagine why would you want to do it? And he absolutely hated every second of it. And so then he looked into it, and then he realised actually what he was doing was wrong. You don't just jump into a freezing cold shower. You have a warm shower, and then for the last 3 minutes, you turn it down to cold, and then you sort of stay there. So your body's already sort of nice and warm, and it can deal with that freezing cold. So I thought, hey, that doesn't sound as bad. I couldn't think of anything worse than just leaping into a cold shower. And so he did that, and over 30 days, he found after about the first 4 or 5 days, his body was actually sort of going, well, I'm kind of getting used to this now. This isn't as bad as it was in the first couple of times, you know, when it was totally alien to me. And so he sort of ploughed through. Now, through it, he found, of course, his mindset and his ability to overcome obstacles went through the roof, because if you can do this right in the first minute of the day when you get up and you jump into the shower and you go, right, it really sets your stall out. And that's why I thought to myself, I'm going to start doing this so that I can share the results with people in Join Up Dots land, because there's going to be people out there that maybe struggle with motivation and struggle with that ability to really crank it up and get going. So he did this, and of course the mindset of actually going, right, here we go, turn it down to cold, oh bloody hell, and standing there for 3 minutes before you jump out really does get the ball rolling. But he also found that his skin and his hair got better, because the cold actually seals the sort of pores of your skin and keeps all the nutrients in. So he went from having sort of like almost a kind of grey tone to his skin to having a natural flush, you know, because the more blood was running to the surface to try to keep him warm. And as he started getting into this, he started doing some investigation, and he found that the immunity to disease is better, because as your body has to warm itself up, it has to produce more white cells and white blood cells, and those white blood cells apparently are the things that fight diseases and colds, so you're less likely to get ill. And it just sort of led on, constant, more alertness, better sleep in the evening, even fat loss. Brown fat and white fat, it started to tackle the brown fat, I think it was, which meant that he started to lose weight. Now, it's not going to be dramatic, so if you're some huge fatty, just getting under a cold tap isn't going to make a world of difference, but it will make some difference, and some difference leads to something else. Anyway, so I started watching this, and I watched the next video, and I watched the next video, and I watched about an hour of people basically torturing themselves in showers. And all of them came out at the other end going, I can so see what this has done for me. I don't know if I can keep doing this, but if I can, wow, my life is going to change. So I started it today. This is the first day of the cold power shower, the torture. And to be honest, I think actually I'm a bit weird. I think there's something in me that actually likes that feeling of, come on, you cold shower, I can take you. I think there's a kind of a sort of Rocky in me, which is quite a surprise. And I embraced it. I gritted my teeth and I sort of held on. As soon as it was finished, I was glad to get out, and I toweled myself as quickly as possible. And I normally have a little hand towel. That's all I use. But this time, and the reason I use that is because my wife likes to cover our radiators in all her big, she's only about 2'2", and she has about 6 feet of fluffy towel. So there's not enough room for my towel to get dry other than a like little hand towel. But I go low maintenance, that's fine. I'll use that. Now I want a big one, because once I jump out and I want to just wrap myself up and get myself warm again, because it is sort of like chilly. But that was the first day of the cold power shower, and I'm gonna run through this every day for 30 days and report back to you. Yeah, so they're not all going to be just cold shower episodes, but it's going to be mentioned through the content, because I think that we can all challenge ourselves to do things, and doing something that we're already doing, because most of us, fingers crossed, have a shower every single day. And if you don't, then there's a challenge for you. Sort yourself out. You know, don't take a minute. We can do that, and it sets ourselves right. Mindset is the big part of the Join Up Dots journey you got to go through. If you start to believe and you focus on achieving stuff, then the other stuff will naturally occur with a bit of work. So that is it. That is the power shower, the power of the cold shower, and day one. And I can honestly say after day 1, I'm not looking forward to day 2. And I'm just hoping I can get to day 5 and day 6 and start reporting back that things are slightly better. I don't want to walk around with the genital size of a small child. But if that means what I've got to do to get through to you guys, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the tiny todger and be happy with it. I'll be blessed with that. Because the cold water does affect us men. It does affect us men. So that's what I'm going to be doing, 30 days of that. And hopefully that is going to inspire one of you out there to do it. And if you start doing it as well, and if you're out there and going, yeah, actually, I'm going to do that, then drop us a line, record videos, show us you're doing it, and we can put it on the website, and we can get a groundswell of us building up our mindset, building up our motivation, and tackling the day head on by doing something a little bit uncomfortable to push us forward into our dream life. That's what it's all about. Okay, so the 30-day challenge has started. I will report back, and we've got an interview show next time, I think, is going to be coming up. We've got quite a few interviews being done, and we're going to be scattering them around with these kind of content-based episodes as well. And until next time, enjoy yourself, get cold, get chilly, and when you look down your pants and it's disappeared, you can blame me. Until next time, look after yourselves. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
David doesn't want you to become a faded version of the brilliant self you were once to become. So he's put together an amazing guide for you called the 8 Pieces of Advice that every successful entrepreneur practices, including the 2 that changed his life. Head over to joinupdots.com to download this amazing guide for free, and we'll see you tomorrow on Join Up Dots.